Internazionali Italia series, round number 2, Isola d'Elba, Capoliveri. We are in Tuscany. It's a beautiful place, pretty famous for holidays, for chilling, staying at the seaside, get some sun and enjoy your journey. But we're not here for this. We're here for racing bikes. And look at that. This is the proper place for racing bicycles.
Back in 1994, we had a cross-country World Cup in here, Capoliveri, Isola d'Elba, Tuscany. What a place! Well, over the last 20 years, what changed and what didn't? Well, first of all, the place, it did not change at all. Full of history, sunny and stunning places, full of sport and bicycles in general. What did change? Well, the sport of cross-country, mountain biking really changed a lot. Bicycles, the length of the track, the length of the races, so many things. And the champions, well, we had it in the past, we have them now. Let's go and see them racing soon. Dusty, loose, fast, dry. This is the terrain so far in Elba Island, but watch out for the weekend because the weather forecast says it's gonna rain. And what's gonna change? We don't know yet, but what we know is the results after round 1 in San Zeno di Montagna, because in the blue jersey we have Luca Braidot, Santa Cruz Rockshock, and Nadir Coledani 1 and 2, Braidot Daniele in 3rd, and then Avondetto and Fontana, where for the girls is Martina Berta leading this one out for Rockshock Santa Cruz, then Mona Mitterwallen and Giorgia Marquette. Mona will not take part in this race, but the Santa Cruz Rockshock team is in full swing. Let's see what's gonna happen.
We're finally on course, Internazionali Italia series, round number 2, Elba Island. This course is really famous all over the world, but what changed between last year and this year? Let's go and check it out. One of the first track where you start and you drop down. I mean, usually we're about to climb on a course. We're here, we drop down. So what changed? You have to be good at the very beginning of the course and stay on top of your position, because from here it's a lot of climbing and it's not that wide, so you better be up front. Bottom part of the course, it's about climbing. It's the longest climb of the course, and it's a place where you can make some overtake because it's not too wide the course, so you better grab your chance to get in the gas and go. We're on the highest point of the race, of the course. From here it gets technical, climbing, descending, no matter what, it is technical, so come and check it out. From that little point on, it's all about technical skills. The main difference between this course and the first round in San Zeno di Montagna is this park. This is a bike park, little bike park, compared to a natural course like we had in San Zeno. So jumps and artificial jumps and little bits and pieces, which are really good fun, but they keep the speed really high and the pace will be really high. Questo è un short and steep. This is what this course is about. Let's have a look on what the guys are doing. This is steep and they struggle to go up the hill because of the traction. Look at that. So this is going to be a key section of the course. Here the race will be made. All right, we are at the end of the lap. Course is nice, course is technical. Let's go and check it out what the riders think about it.
Boys, we need to chase Luca Braidot because he's riding and riding, but he never stops. So we finally find him and we have some questions where we know you have number one, which is heavy. We know we have Nino Schurter at the start line. What do you think? Well, Nino just came back from the Epic. We need to see how it feels. He had some rough time with the weather, especially over the last 2-3 days. I'm kind of good, but we need to see how it's going to be.
Okay, ciao Nino Schurter. We're really glad and happy to see you back in Italy. We know how much you like Tuscany and Isola d'Elba. So first of all, how do you feel and how do you like the course?
Yeah, it's always nice to be back here on the island Elba. I have great memories to this island. We came here often for holidays as a family, and so I'm happy to be here, and I'm feeling actually quite good.
Guys, we're finally with Martina Berta, the leader of Internazionali Italia series. She won in San Zeno di Montagna with a big margin actually. So what do you think about the course and how do you feel? Well, it's a race I had to take part at because last time around I had a big injury here, not really good memories. So I want to hit the course, I want to hit the race, I want to get out of this competition with a good mindset and happy to be in one piece and ready for the next round.
Ciao Simo, come stai?
Ciao Simo, how you feel? I'm good. What about you? Yeah, I'm good. I rode the course. I saw some little bits and pieces that they changed. What do you think? Yeah, the course is a little bit faster. It's pretty hard, pretty tough for the body, but as usual. So tomorrow's gonna be hard, but I'm good. It's funny, the track, so yeah, last week has been good, so it's gonna be good. Right, we are with Nadir Koledani. So last time second place at the Internazionali Italia series, and you came 1 and 2. What is gonna happen this time? Do you gonna have a team tactic, or are you gonna push really strong, really hard? Well, here is Fulgas. So many top dogs, top riders, and I like it because I can see where I'm at and how I can improve on my shape and my condition. So I'm feeling very good this year, so it's gonna be good. As expected, the rain dropped down and the wind was also super strong. That's why the start was delayed of 30-40 minutes, and some of the technical sections of the course, which is one of the most technical race of the Internazionali d'Italia series, has been cutted like one of the famous logs section, really steep and technical, and a few bits and pieces. But the juniors, well, they don't care. They go flat out from the beginning, as we expected after round one of San Zeno di Montagna. It was Gabriel Borre and Edian Bacagnella up in the lead in the front, but we saw many technical problems, maybe because of tire pressure. I mean, the course was a little bit more slippery, especially at the beginning once the first rain dropped down, and probably the rider risked a bit on tire pressure, and that's why both Bacagnella and Gabriel Borre had some mechanical issue. Also, last time we saw Borre having a flat tire in San Zeno, but he came back strong and won the race. Where here, well, the leader of Internazionali Italia series in the junior category couldn't do much more than struggling to chase the leading pack and finish the race in 10th position, where the lead, well, was a question of two. Diego Milan and Sofiane Cornignon from France, they were fighting for all the race. They could work together pretty well, which is good to see also in this young category. As I said, also Bacagnella had some issues and dropped back pretty late in the race. But what about these two? Look at the style they do have. Look at the speed they are reaching. And number 8, Martino Dorian, here we saw in 8th position, chased by Gabriel Borre, but was 1 and 2, Diego Milan and Sofiane Cornillon. They came all the way till the last lap, and look at this attack, look at the power of Diego Milan, who never won an Internazionali Italia series race, and that's why he was chasing so much for the victory. He was so pumped at the finish line, and he could win the race. All happy for the Cannondale rider. It was a tough race, especially for weather condition, for the rain and the terrain. I rode a few laps, kind of chill, without pushing too much. Then I made my pace, and I understood I could actually make it. But just when I saw the little gap, I went flat out all the way to the end, and I'm so stoked to make it.
All right, race day for the girls. The weather changes colder, it's wetter because it rained over the night in the morning, but the course is just faster. It has more grip up and down the hill, so no big change for the tires, for the setting, and we're good to go.
Here's your start list with Caroline Boed, Sophie Pedersen, Martina Berta, Giada Specia, Linda Indergan, Sina Frey. All these girls for one reason only: winning this horse class race in Elba Island. The Swiss team came here with a big team, with juniors and elite girls, which were strong and fast and pretty compact as a team, and we're gonna see it later on in the race. From the beginning was a big group of 5, with Chiara Teocchi as well in there. We're happy to see the girl from KTM team from Bergamo riding strong with the top ladies, even though she couldn't follow after the start loop the speed of these girls with different team, different bikes, different nations. We're gonna see, especially Switzerland, with 3 girls in the top 5: Sina Frey, Köhler and Indergan. Really a big team. We've seen in the last Olympic Games the girls went 1, 2 and 3. We're gonna see what's gonna happen next year in Paris. But on lap 105, it's Martina Berta leading the pack, as we used to see, especially in the technical session, especially in the downhill. But it's Köhler taking the lead in this moment and trying to make a little bit of a gap, but nothing she could do, especially in the first part of the race. Even though it looked like it was a tactical race, we're gonna see it wasn't really. The speed was super high and intense. We're happy to see another Italian girl from Wheeler, Pirelli, Giada Specia, being strong after being a little bit sick on round 1 in San Giro di Montagna, back on her speed, and happy to see her with this leading group on lap 3 of 5. Also Sina Frey from the Specialized Factory team, one of the most talented girls in the peloton. But it's a lot about color today. She was fighting, she was pushing. Just at the end of the lap, we saw many times Martina Berta leading, especially to hit the last descent, the last downhill in the front. But the first part of the course, and for a long time, it was the Swiss team pushing hard, as we can see now, making a little bit of a gap. Köhler on Berta, and as well Frey, and here in third position again from Wheeler, Pirelli, Giada Specia. We're gonna see next lap probably a trio. It's not anymore 5 girls in the front. Here's Martina pushing, but what a shape of the girl from the Wheeler team. Giada Specia really showed that she's in good shape. She wants this speed. She wants to win one of these big races like she did last year. And there are 1, 2, and 3. Switzerland, Italy, and Italy again. It's Martina now leading, getting into the last lap. Let's see how it's gonna be like. We know Martina is fast, is also in the sprint, but the Swiss team came here strong, and Köhler wants nothing but the win. And in short time, as you can see, Köhler took the lead, and she went full on the very last lap, actually the very half of the lap. Here we see in this long climb, probably the longest of the track, it's Köhler taking the lead and taking advantage of Martina Berta, riding pretty comfortable in her ghost bikes, and that's it really, because it's Switzerland that goes 1, and then Italy goes 2 and 3 with Berta and Giada Spezia. Berta will hold the leading jersey. And this is your full podium with Nicole Köhler, Martina Berta, Giada Spezia, Sina Frey in 4th, and Linda Indergan in 5th. We kind of remind you, Linda Indergan is the silver medal of Tokyo Olympics.
It's unbelievable for me, because my last win is quite a time ago, and it's just amazing, and I'm really happy about that. I knew that we are kind of similar riding wise, like we have the same style, so it was hard to see where I maybe have a chance to attack. And then I think in the 4th round or something, I found out where I really have to go on the gas to make her suffer behind me, and it was just like it was all like planned, and I had a small gap and could bring it to the finish line.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy about today's race. It was a really tough one. The Swiss team pushed really hard. Not sure if they helped each other or not, but they really made a hard one. And I'm happy with the 2nd place. And yeah, it's Anatolia with the leading jersey.
We're ready for the elite men race. The track is faster than ever, and the guys are ready to rumble. Start loop plus 7 laps. Let's go.
Call-up boxes for the top 8. We saw Nadir Coledani, we saw Braidot Daniele, and we saw Yuri Zanotti. We're happy to see the BMC Italian rider back in the pack, as well as Titois Caro from France. We have André Frischnen, as you can see. Caro, like I said before, and Nino Schurter. So many people came here for him, so many young fans, so many interviews and signing sessions. Nino Schurter is a true legend of our sport, and we're gonna see later on, he showed us once again, even if the age comes up every time, every year, even if he just came back from the Cape Epic, even if everyone is waiting for him to perform, he is right there. We see in 3rd position at the start loop after Braidot, Daniele, and Titois Caro. It's 7 laps this time. The track is faster than ever. Conditions were perfect for the race of the elite men. Guys are having fun, whipping down in this beautiful place and riding as fast as they can, even though the group was pretty big. The leading group was made by Tabacchi as well, and then I saw Filippo Fontana. Unfortunately, not a good day for the leader of Internazionali d'Italia Series, Luca Braidot, because he didn't feel so well over the last couple of weeks. He tried anyway to start. He tried anyway to give a chance to go, but we saw a couple of laps to the finish. He had to quit. But it's lap number 2 of 7. The group is still big. It's André Frischnet, the son of Thomas Frischner, the team manager of Scott's Ram team. Up in the lead, trying to escape, trying to put down some good laps after Cape Epic with Nino Schurter. He kind of struggled to find back the pace, but he tries, and he looks good. He looked good for the first half of the race, but nothing he could do later on, especially with the Frenchman and the Swiss guy, Nino Schurter. Nobody could really follow them later on in the race, even though lap 2 of 7 and the group was still big. Colledani still up in the front, again Braidot, and we finally see also Avondetto, which had a strong performance at stage 1 of Internazionali Italia series. The former under-23 world champion is in first elite year, and he's showing already that is strong and capable of racing up in the front with the big dogs. Some cruising down this kind of canyon in Capoliveri, always really a good spot for having fun and having some cool pictures. But it's Nino Schurter at pretty much half of the race that trying to attack and make some little gaps to see what the other riders are capable of. Lap 3 of 7, Braidot Daniele looking still strong, even though he's a bit struggling to follow the pace. Let's see how cool and fast Nino Schurter is riding down this famous rock garden. And here's a funny moment of the race where Schurter is looking at Caro and asking for some help, but nothing happened. So it was a difficult race for Schurter at half of the race. But then again was a 1 and 2. At some point, Caro also gave some help, as we can see. The French champion, winner of 2 rounds of the World Cup in 2022, was pretty strong even at the beginning of the season, and we were expecting him to be fast, but it's tough to beat the world champion, the reigning world champion, Nino Schurter. So lap 4 of 7, starting of lap 5, and the two guys were still together. So fight for the lead and another fight for the podium with Avondetto, with Nadir Colledani from Santa Cruz RockShox team. So it was pretty good fun to see the two big battles for the podium and for the victory. Let's see how tough is pushing Avondetto, trying to escape from Nadir Colledani, who had a pretty strong beginning of the season. Also in his interview, he said he really wanted to see how fast he could ride and how good he would have been against these top dogs. He couldn't follow the top 2 guys, but was all the way till the end in the fight for the podium. There's just 2 laps to go, and still the 2 guys are together for the victory, Schurter and Caro. But Schurter really wanted to make a gap, really wanted to kind of have some little lead in order to not do any mistakes, because we saw some juniors and some under 23 as well having issues with the tires and with some crashes. So Schurter is all in. Look at how big and how deep he went down on that drop. Is all about Schurter. Caro, he's trying, but nothing he could do, because Nino Schurter, after the Cape Epic, has a really good condition, and it's together for the podium for Avondetto and Colledani all the way till the last lap. Schurter took the lead and everyone is cheering, and it's 1 lap to go. Look how fast and smooth he's still riding after 1.5 hours of competition. Caro always smooth, unlike his French style of riding, smooth and always kind of attached to the ground, kind of a French style, I used to call it. But for sure, new school. We saw him with Julien Absalon in the past years. Julien, which was the team manager of the BMC team, and now not anymore. But Caro is still up there and still one of the fastest French champion. Look at the style of Nino Schurter throwing down whips in the finish area. He must be super stoked because the last time he came here, he just came for second because Avancini was unbeatable at the sprint. But it's Schurter that takes the win. Here is in Capoliveri, and finally made his way up in the top in this beautiful island. Look at the smile, look at the face, and look at the fans. Everyone is cheering for the number 2 on the bicycle, but inside he's number 1. He's the reigning world champion. Caro in second place, and won a podium for Avondetto in third, which is super stoked for this strong podium. In fourth position, Nadir Coledani, and in fifth, Luca Sciatti from Switzerland. Sixth is Daniele Praidot, and then Vittone. Strong race for the young Italian kid, and Janis Baumann, Jan Bastel, and here's Nino Schurter.
Yeah, it's really nice to race here. I love the island Elba and this track here, and yeah, it's nice to win here. It's a sweet one, yeah. Yeah, it's really nice to race against Tito. He's technically really good. It's hard to follow him in the downhills, and it was nice actually to see his lines. And yeah, I think we will have many more battles the weeks and months and years to come.
That's all, folks. With the world champion winning here in Elba and with this beautiful, beautiful spot, we move on. Round number 3 will be in Anatolia. New venue, new race. We wait for you end of April. Internazionali Italia Series, round number 3.